We did over 150 shows, summer, winter, spring, and fall, over 3 years. Maybe we did 160 or 70 shows. I think we won 3 or 4 Emmys. Paul won 1 or 2, and the show for its content won several Emmys. It was we were way ahead of our time. We were doing 60 Minutes long before there was a 60 Minutes. We were doing the 30-minute version of it. And as I say, we touched on subjects that had never, ever. And we didn't know what we could get away with and what we didn't. I mean, nobody had ever said syphilis on television. We did a show on venereal disease. Nobody stopped us. So we figured, what the hell, let's just keep on going. And we tackled some pretty tough subjects and also some very important ones: deaf children, blind children, social issues. We've got to see the Colonel. We go up there to see the Colonel. And I said, Colonel, listen, I got a picture we can make, and we'll shoot the whole damn thing right on your back lot. It was made to order. He said, well, let me see the synopsis. I said, there is no synopsis. I got the galleys. I'll tell it to you. I started to tell him the story, and about 3 or 4 minutes in, he said, get out, get out. I quit making them damn pictures 20 years ago. Get out. So I went to Walter McHugh, and I said, Walter, I'm never going to make a picture for that man. Get me out of the contract. And we left. Well, I didn't make the picture there, but somebody else made it, and of all places, they made it in Culver City because the name of the book was The Untouchables. Jack Warner turned it down. He also turned down Clark Gable, when Gable made a screen test for him about 15 years earlier because he said he looked like an ape. So he made more than one mistake, but he did a lot of things right, and you could get an answer from the man. Ford was a rowdy old bastard. He wasn't always old, and he always wanted everybody to do it his way, and he wanted to be the boss. He didn't want any producers around or writers around or all that kind of crap. And he didn't want any assistant to tell him what to do. So the way that McAvity would approach me, he'd say, well, Jack, he'd say, this scene that we've got to do, it's 3 pages, and I think it's going to take about, it's pretty tough, pretty damn tough. It's going to take about 4 days for us to do it. And Ford would say, well, what the hell's so tough about it? And I said, well, you got a lot of people. 4 days, I'll do it in 2. And that was the way that McAvity would work with me. He'd always say, I think it's going to take you longer. And Ford would always say, I can do it in less than that. And that's the way they worked together on The Last of the Mohegans, on a lot of stuff. Not The Last of the Mohegans, on Drums Along the Mohawk, and several other things that they did together. I was literally on top of the world. We had done branded. I had a brand new fat contract at MGM. We were going to do Hondo. It was virtually sold. And I had a big, brand new black Cadillac. Oh, God, it was the Fleetwood, biggest one that they made. And I had just bought some duds at Carroll and Company, suit, beautiful 3-piece suit, and I was driving to my office. It was as big as a bowling alley. I had the biggest office there. And I'm driving the Cadillac in my 3-piece suit, and I pull up for a stop sign. And 3 or 4 little kids are going by. So, I wave them on. They're walking, and they're looking at me, and they're looking at the car, and they're looking at me. Really made the impression on these little squirts. And one of the kids, before he got to the other side, says, hey, mister. And I said, yeah, what is it, son? He says, can I ask you a question? I said, yeah, what do you want to know? He said, are you a chauffeur? I said, get out of here, you little... And that happened in Culver City.